All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good whatever time you may be consuming this. Let me just introduce myself really quick. As one Crookshank here, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, former Division One college football player and current five-time, soon to be six-time actually published author and educator, founder of the Move Swiftly brand, where we take the innovative teamwork lessons that you learn on the football field and align them with businesses and business owners, so they have a staff, a group of employees that moves as efficiently as a championship high school or youth football team. That's what we're all about here, and we're back for another film session Saturday as promised. And I strategically put this one together because the quarterback that has been making news throughout this offseason, Nico Iamavela. He has been in the news because the Tennessee Volunteers, University of Tennessee Volunteers, has officially parted ways with him. According to reports, it has been because of NIL disputes and how much money he wanted NIL wise. And if you can recall, this was the same guy that Tennessee, went to bat for and, got him a deal because he was in a situation with the NCAA. And the thing is, when the story first broke, I actually came out and said, "Look, I've watched him twice. I watched him twice. I watched him against I watched him when Tennessee played Georgia, and I watched him in the game we're going to be breaking down today, which was Tennessee versus Ohio State. Well, really just an ass kicking that Tennessee took against Ohio State. And I hate saying that, being a Michigan fan myself, but got to give credit where credit is due. Ohio State bounced back and tapped up all up in some University of Tennessee ass. I wanted to play this so you guys know that, look, now that players are being paid and things are becoming about merit, things are becoming about how good you are. Well, people are getting paid. We'll say it like that. Now that players are getting paid, it's going to be a matter of how good you are right now. So before you start asking for money and feeling like you deserve this and deserve that, you got to understand you got to actually perform on the field. So, with all that being said, let's just get right into the game today that we're going to be diving into. Actually, before we get into the game, let me just really quick let you all know, if any business owners are tuning in, if you're interested in hearing more information about what it is I do and what I'm all about, and moving closer into my world, just simply go to makeyamove.com. That's MAKEYAMOVE.com. It's right here on the screen. You can shop, you can join the Patreon, you can book me to speak, you can simply learn more about me, or just tune into one of those Move Swiftly podcast episodes that comes out every day. Number one show on innovative teamwork, and we will get you where you need to be and give you all your options and all that good stuff. So let's get into this. I'm not sure how much we're going to get into today, but I want to make sure we get it recorded. Usually, we just go over the highlights. By the way, yeah, if it's your first time here, usually just go over the highlights. And I've made it a point to only do the teams that made the playoffs. As much as I want to break down, actually, no, I lied. I'm definitely going to do, as we get closer to the season. I'm going to have to do when Michigan taps of Ohio State ass, because this is now what, the third game I've watched and I've broken down, third time I've broken down an Ohio State game. The first one was when they played when they played Oregon, and then when they played Penn State, they won that one. Obviously, the Penn State one was a little closer, but now it's going to be an Ohio State blowout. So, me being a Michigan fan, at some point, I'm going to have to pop in that Michigan Ohio State game just to kind of stick it to the Buckeyes a little bit as we get ready for the season. We're getting closer. And also, before I even get started, just know the goal is for me to be doing the play-by-play announcements for whether it is the goal is a college game, but I went to the FAU spring game last week, and I would be open to doing it for a high school game as well. Just being out there doing the play-by-play, it's something that is a goal that I do personally have, and this is one of the main reasons that I actually decided that I was going to do this, not just because I'm missing football, not only because I'm missing college football so much, but because the goal and having goals and having a mission and things that you want to do, all that stuff, in my opinion, is very, very important. Regardless of what you do, it's important to develop your goals. So all that being said, let's get right into Ohio State taking on Tennessee in a straight up beatdown, a straight up redemption game that Ohio State had with Tennessee. All right, opening kickoff. Ohio State's in all red. They take the fair catch. All right, let's see what we got. Boom. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Mike, Will. outside, but it looks like they moved over a little bit. But we got strength over here, and we've seen this now. We've seen what they've tried to do at this point in the year. Watched enough Ohio State to know they try to isolate Jeremiah Smith and either get it to him or use him as a decoy. Let's see what they do here. All right, what are we getting right here? We know they're climbing. We know they're climbing. So again, this is what they do, and they do it really, really, really well. Okay, this looks like a run read, and technically it is an actual run. It is an actual run. So even though the lineman's moving up, this guy's catching the ball behind the line of scrimmage. So technically it's still counted as a run play, not a pass. But what do we have? We have this guy on this guy blocking well. Blocking. Let's get in front of him. Boom. A positive gain. Small things. That was a great play by 88. All right, here we go again. Where's our guy? Where's it? We know we're trying to get the ball to the phenom Jeremiah Smith. Got 3 rushing down. We got a running back that's making a move right at the end of the day. There got 5 wide. You still got to be very careful with the QB draw as well. This is why you got to read your underkeys. You got to. When I say read your underkeys, I mean you have got to know what 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are doing. Watch them. They will lead you to the play. Boom. What do we get? Pass read right away. So we know it's a pass. Okay. No pressure. They're only rushing 3. How does that happen? You can't let that happen, guys. Listen, listen to me. All right. You're only rushing. And this is what Ohio State does. This is what they did when they really stuck it to teams. What they did well was they jumped on that ass early. You saw first quarter, 13 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and they're already just driving down the field. They move quick, they move efficient, and the reason we as Michigan Wolverine, the reason we beat them is because we slowed that shit down. We slowed down the big play. You can't have this. You can't have this. You cannot have right here. This is blown coverage. This is confusion. This guy's going in, and this guy looks like he's just watching. You gotta watch this back. Somebody's got to beat. You see how he goes underneath it? You just can't do that. You can't do that. Will Howard exposes it. That's on you, 19. Let's see what we got for another one. Oh, God. Yeah, I remember this play. Oh, God. Good grief. This was just, I mean, again, look at it. They're only rushing 3. They're really only, they chipped this DM, but they're getting no pressure whatsoever. And it's just a mismatch. It's just a mismatch. It's really that simple. It's just a straight up mismatch. And they were playing inspired football that night. They were embarrassed. We were embarrassed by my Wolverines. I just love saying it. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. All right, let me get focused there. Pass interference, all that. That is a grown man. That Jeremiah Smith is a grown man out here. Young, grown man. Let's get through this ad. All right, here we go. Let's see. Now, again, the reason I picked this game is because I wanted to see what's being exposed here with Nico Imalebela. Again, my apologies if I'm mispronouncing it, but this was the quarterback that was making news and making headlines because of an NIL dispute, and he's no longer with Tennessee. So I want to make sure we put it on film and say, hey, is he right? I personally thought Tennessee made the right decision and said, look, we're moving on from this nonsense where you get little kids who haven't proven anything, haven't done anything, wanting us to give them more money. All right, let's see it. All right, pass read. Okay. Let's break it down. Let's break it all the way down. Not a whole lot of pressure here. Instead of stepping up in the pocket, and he could have. Look at what you see that step. He steps back. He doesn't step up in the pocket, guys. He doesn't step up in the pocket. This is why I said I didn't think he was that great to begin with. Boom, pressure's coming. All right. Pressure's coming. There's a lane to step up, back up here, and step up in the pocket. And look at what he can back up here, step up in the pocket here. What he does is he goes backwards before the pressure gets. You see that? No one touched him. No one touched him. No one. No one touched him. And he's already going backwards. Wrong decision. Then he drops the ball. He's not keeping his eyes downfield. He's looking down, and now he's scrambling for his life, and now it's basically a sack. All right, I mean, he barely gets to the line of scrimmage. That was on him. That was on him. Let me go. Let me go back to that one. This one's on him. This one's on him. All right, quarterbacks listening up. This is what scouts are looking at. You have no pressure. You immediately take a step back before look at how far they are from him, and you're immediately taking this step back, and he's running and you should be stepping up, keeping your eyes downfield. You know, if you step up here, you keep your eyes downfield. You see my man right here, and you hit him with a quick gain. This is what, 3rd and 4, and you get the first down. Your mindset should be, I got to step up and get the 4 yards, not step back and then decide, okay, now I'm going to run for my life. That's on him. That's on the quarterback. That's on the $1 million NIL guy that you guys pay. So again, I am a believer that they've made the right decision and moving on from him. All right, okay, we got something here. We got my man coming here. This was what made them so dangerous as an offense. You don't know if he's getting it. You don't know what's going to happen. So what do you have to do? You have to read your underkeys, folks. Read your underkeys. Read your underkeys. You'll hear me say that a lot if it's your first time. So let's see what the line does. The line steps, boom. Oh, man. That's a great. I remember they run this. They run this play quite a bit. Because there's a lot going on. They can give the ball to him, and he can take it for whatever he's gonna go, or they can give it to him on the reverse, or they can do what they did and let the play develop and watch Jeremiah Smith break open, because you have this guy being not just completely out of line. He's rushing the quarterback, and the guy runs right behind him. Boom. Can't do it. Gotta read your, and then this goes for everybody on defense. Gotta read those on the keys. All right, here we go. We got no pressure. This is what's gonna happen every time, man. No damn pressure. No pressure at all. No pressure at all. Oh yeah, it's just smash mouth football now. Now we talking smash mouth football. Bang, bang, bang. That was easy. Let me see 49 together. Let me see 49 do it. Let me see this guy. Boom! All right. Get a little action there. All right. Oh, football. I can't wait. I cannot wait for these guys to come to Ann Arbor this year, and we can really get that 5th win. Oh, show them who the real national champions are. Oh, I can't wait for that. All right, you know what? I'm thinking too far. I'm getting a little too hype. All right, so here we go. We got rushing 4. Let's see what he does. Again, not a lot of pressure. Not a lot of pressure there. It just isn't. Got to just be more active. Now, all right, let me not say not a lot of pressure. There was some breakdown in terms of the blocking. Let's see. They have a stunt. They have a stunt going on here. See that? They have him coming, and then this guy's twirling around, and you see how he's making himself nice and skinny, how 44 is turning his shoulder a little bit. He's causing confusion. So, but at the same time, it takes time to get there. Right? So he gets washed down somewhat, and you again, you look at what he's doing, guys. He's stepping back. He's not stepping up in the pocket. He's trying to outrun everyone. It's not going to work. He's stepping back. Step up in the pocket. Yeah, this is where they destroy you here. Oh yeah, 14-0. You see what's happening. Down in distance, 14-0. Right now, Ohio State is seeing an opportunity. They're like a shark in the water now that smells blood. It's like, okay, let's really rip up some ass now. Good pull. You got guys pulling. There it is again. I mean, listen, Chip Kelly, I gotta hand it to him, man. He absolutely, when he's got a good lead and he's got the running game moving the way he wants it to move, he has an offensive mind that is incredible. He brings these two guys down to pull and then brings action out. Like, look at it. It's still pass sets. It's still a pass set. These are pass sets. He's pass setting, but they bring this guy here, these guys here to make it look like they're pulling and they're going to give it to him behind. Like what you're taught is to read these two guys pulling, come down and make the tackle on this guy. He fakes it. He sees this guy doing what he's told to do. And this is a bitch, man. This right here is a difficult thing. You put yourself in a bind with this, but all of this action freezes him and it freezes him and it opens this up. So now the receivers are able to block. They get a little more opportunity to block because these guys are frozen. They don't know 1, 2, and 3 are frozen because of this action. 1, 2, 3. This action right here is looking like it's going to be power. So instead of them rushing, they got to freeze. Look how look, just take that picture. 1, 2, and 3 are frozen. And then bang, you got the guy right here open. The leverage is there. Just get it to your guy. Block, right? What do you see every time we watch Ohio State? We see receivers doing what? Blocking. We see receivers blocking, and that's the execution of it. Like, you can draw up some incredible plays, but the execution is incredible. That's what it's all about. The execution. Boom. What do we got? We got a receiver blocking a receiver. He gets away with a hold, but that's fine. And another receiver blocking. Not a receiver blocking a corner. Receiver blocking a corner. Receivers blocking. Get up in front of you. Get that first down, big dog. Get that first down. All right, we got 1, 2, 3 trips. Right. Here it is again. This is the product of no pressure. This is the product. This is what happens when you get no pressure on the quarterback. None. I mean, the guy can sit back there, make a sandwich, and put it in the toaster and just enjoy it. Eat it. Bag of chips. No pressure. None. That's what Michigan did. Michigan was able to get some pressure on that man. And letting them just sit back and chill. And this time they give it to him. Oh, Lord. The floodgates are opening now. All right. 21-0. All right, so here we go. What are we getting here? Most likely pull. All right. No, pull right here. There we go. All right, let's see it. You got to pull here with this guard. This tight end's coming down to clean some stuff up. Boom. This whole side's getting washed. This side's getting washed. It's basically a counter. Simple counter that was executed. Holy shit. Look at this block. Woof. Oh, he got the cake. He got the pancake. That's what it was. Here's the pancake. Bang. Look at the center here. Getting that. No, that's not the center. It's the guard. Let's go back. It's the guard right here. This guy got absolutely pancake. Watch it. Woof. Boom. That was it. Just got cleaned out. Touchdown. Better watch all that gun celebration stuff. All right, about 10 more minutes. All right, they got the replay coming. Watch it. Yep, this is it. I'm sure that I don't have the sound on, but I'm sure they're talking about how this guy just got pancake. Watch it. Boom, 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 boom. Sit down, little boy. Sit your ass down. Look at the way the hole opens up. Holy shit. Look at the way the hole opens up. Boom, 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 boom. Nasty. That's football. That's real football right there. Football's played in the trenches. In the trenches right there. That's how you play the game. Yeah. Smash mouth. See, this is why I believe, and I've said it on multiple occasions. You SEC folks ain't gonna like it, but the Big Ten is back to running college football. All right, it's been fun. SEC, you had your fun, but the Big Ten is back running college football. No more. There's no more Nick Saban. All right, there's no more championships coming out the SEC for a while. Get used to what we have to deal with. It's Big Ten running college football now. I'm just letting you know, because it's all about merging that finesse, that speed and all that, and then getting the trenches, getting the guys in the trenches, that those blue collar guys in the Midwest, getting those roots going. It's a different game, man. All right, let me let it play. Here we go. All right, I finally get a play, and okay, so all right, let's see. You get here. He has a good read. All right. You got to bring it down here. All right. So extra, you see how wide he is here? This is open. It's open. It is. But we got to bring it down more here and get more yards. But you're a little too wide. Look at how wide. By the time you get really downhill, it's too many steps. So, yeah, see, and then the guy ends up bringing it in. But at the end of the day, it was a good play, positive play for Tennessee, something that they needed really, really desperately. All right, finally stepped up. Okay, see, you see the difference. Okay, good play. That was good, really good. All right, so you see the difference. You see what the complaint was before on certain plays and why he was sacked. Now he actually does a good job on this. He does a real good job. He sees it and doesn't see anything downfield, and instead of backing up, he steps up in the pocket, and then okay, let's pick it up with our legs and pick up the first down. Good job. A drive probably just stalled out. Here comes the pull again. And yeah, this is down. Now, see, the Chip Kelly with the lead like this and having the run game going the way it's going, he's a problem. Okay, with Chip Kelly having the lead and a run game that's working the way it's working, it's a problem, man. It's a real problem. Because watch, you got the guards coming down, pull inside, and then that's it. That's football, man. That's football. Blocking and tackling. The great Vince Lombardi. Blocking and tackling. That's it. We got pass. Pick. Same play that they had to Jeremiah Smith, just with a different receiver. That's all it was. That's all it was. Now it's a lot of different things you got to look out for if you're Tennessee. You cannot play with the play from behind against these guys. You could not do that. You have got to make sure you come out and don't give up the big play. And they gave up 2 already. They gave up 3 already. One of them led to a touchdown. Pass. There's again. Quick one-step drop, and he finds his guy. Barely a one-step drop. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and a good patience. Boom. There we go. Just efficiency. Take what the defense gives you. Don't try to do too much. You got the lead. Just play football. Here we go again. This guy's pulling, but we're getting pass sets, right? We're getting pass sets. Even though he's pulling, we're still getting pass sets up front. Let's see what they do. And they pass it. Come on, man. Touchdown. I'm sure. It's pass interference. It should have been pass interference, but let's see if they called it. They got lucky there. They got lucky. They got away with one. The guy's not even playing the ball. They covered it well. I'll give them that. But this is clearly pass interference, guys. I mean, he's not turned around. He's not playing the ball. His arm is wrapped around him. It's pass interference, and that's it was all over him. I don't see how you don't call that, but refs probably just felt bad. It's like, look, goddamn Tennessee, let me give you one. Let me give you something. It's pass interference. Yes, look at him. He's wrapped around. Look, it's pass interference. Like that is blatant. That was a blatant pass interference. I'm not. I can't remember if it actually got called, and it doesn't look like he actually caught that interception. I don't know how you don't call that, but it should have been pass interference, though. I mean, none of that matters. Yeah, the refs gave a butt. The refs, threw him a little bone. They felt bad for him. That happens. Didn't really help much for Tennessee that night. All right, let's see. Whoa. Let's see. Let's go back. All right, good. No pressure. Good patience. Put him in a bind. All right, good throw. Good throw. That was a good throw. Good throw. All right. Hey now. He's making some solid throws. You give him some protection. The release was quick. Okay. Good mechanics. That was a good throw. That was definitely thread the needle. Good throw. I will give him that. And again, I'll give credit where credit's due. I'll be critical when it needs to be critical, but when a player makes a play, man, look, give him the credit. Give him the credit. He looked good. That was a good, solid throw. And then the pressure. You see why it was just they could move on, because as good as he may be at times, the pressure, you gotta, that money, if you're gonna give him more money, you gotta more so spend that money on fixing these guys up, because they didn't pick this blitz up well at all. They ran this blitz, and right here, yeah, this guy right here just caused the problem, and that caused the interception. Oh, they got to Oh Lord, that was not roughing the passer. Again, I will repeat, I am a Michigan fan. All right, but I hate seeing this bullshit. I hate it. I hate defensive guys. I'm a defensive guy. All right. I hate the way we're being treated in both pro and national for this bullshit. It is not at all a roughing the passer. The guy's rushing, he's playing. What? That is not roughing the passer. I don't care. What do you want him to do? He can't stop it. He had him right before the ball. Oh my God. That is horrible. Horrible. That is terrible. He touched him before he released the ball. And you call him roughing the passer? Yeah, I love me some Michigan, but this is bullshit. You can't do this to be defended. Look at this. Let's watch it. Let's watch it slow-mo. This is ridiculous. He is touched before the ball's released. How is that roughing the passer? He's touched before the ball's released, and what the hell is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? What exactly is he supposed to do in that situation? That is not roughing the passer. That is not. Ridiculous, man. Goodness. He gets there as the ball's released, and he just falls down. What do you want to do? The guy's draped all over him. You know what? All right, let me cut. I'll leave it at that, though, because what we're seeing, and I've said it on multiple occasions, I'm going to repeat it and re-say it and say it as often as I possibly can. This NFL draft bullshit is ruining the college game. It's ruining the college game, because what's happening is clearly we see officials and we see the game being called in a way that's benefiting the offense and beneficial to the quarterback. So I'm gonna close out on that play. We are 7:31. So next week we'll finish off this game, and then after that we'll haven't decided what game we're going to watch after that. But as you can see, it was it's a dominant performance, yes, by Ohio State, but a lot of the big games that they won, as we saw against Penn State and we saw against Oregon, is when you give up the big play. against Ohio State, you really can't play from behind because Chip Kelly gonna get up in that ass. Chip Kelly is going to get up in that ass as you move forward and things of that nature. So all that being said, again, if you are a business owner and you are interested in moving forward and you just like the feeling and the environment and the idea of having a group of employees that's working like this efficient team, that you're the Chip Kelly and you're just putting the pieces together and you getting guys rocking out and all that kind of stuff, you should go to makeyourmove.com. Make sure you get more information and ask about my employee development workshops. I've got multiple things that I can be teaching. Matter of fact, instead of saying, let me just show you here, this right here is the page that you want to go to learn more about me. It's innovative teamwork, and then you could see who I am and what I speak about, all that kind of stuff. So again, it's makeyourmove.com. You're looking this on the screen. Go there for more information, especially business owners, or if you would just like to listen to another Move Swiftly podcast episode, you could do that all on this link. All right, everyone out there, continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon. See you guys next week right here, finishing off the Tennessee versus Ohio State game. Later.